In the northern corner of the valley called Larkmere, winter pressed against roofs until the town seemed carved from ice. Athena tended a solitary lantern placed inside a ruined shrine at the edge of the forest. Athena counted drops of oil in a leather pouch, trimmed the wick with precise fingers, and listened to the wind tug at the eaves. The lamp cast a pale circle on the stone floor, a small sun in the cold night. Athena believed that light held the shape of courage and memory, and that belief kept a town alive even when roofs sagged and marks of fear lined every doorway. Night after night, the storm roared through Larkmere, swallowing the moon and the stars. Athena kept the lantern alive, not from habit, but as a vow to the town that would return, a pledge that light would outlast sorrow. The wind pressed down with unspent rage, but the lamp held a stubborn breath against the dark. Athena kept the flame centered, oil measured precisely, wick trimmed with careful motion. One night, a traveler named Theo crossed the shrine's threshold, feet slipping on slick stone. Theo wore a coat stiff with rain and carried a lantern whose flame trembled in the cold. Theo requested shelter from the storm. Athena rolled a chair near the lamp, placed a bowl of hot tea on a small table, and let Theo settle beside the glow. The night settled around the shrine, as if listening to a quiet exchange between two strangers who shared a single stubborn belief. During the quiet moment after Theo's entrance, Theo spoke of distant harbors and of stars still burning when roofs collapsed. Athena listened, then offered a steady breath and a belief born of years of hardship. A small flame can outlive fear. The two minds found a common rhythm in the lamplight, and the lamp seemed to brighten a fraction more with every shared word. Evening after evening, Athena and Theo kept the lantern alive with careful care. Oil flowed, wick steadied, wind blocked by a shield of metal salvaged from fallen tools. The lamp painted patterns on the shrine walls, a living map of the two travelers finding shelter in a world turned silent and white. Storm roared higher as the night deepened. Beads of ice hammered on the stone, the roof groaned, and the lantern trembled. Athena tightened the wick with practiced hands. Theo scanned the surrounding darkness, gathering scraps of metal that could shield the flame from cold gusts. The lantern swayed, but did not surrender, refusing to surrender even as the storm roared down. At a brink of darkness, a small ember sparked in the wick and breathed into a steady glow. Theo opened a hidden pocket and produced a vial of oil saved from the road's hazards, a small mercy against the winter. Oil poured into the lamp, the flame steadied, and the old shrine held the two in its quiet embrace. As dawn began to tint the horizon with pale gold, dawn arrived with gentle light, and the storm loosened its grip on Larkmere. The shrine remained a beacon for two beings who proved that endurance can outshine the wildest night. Athena looked toward the horizon where mountain ridges met the sea, while Theo touched the lantern with a careful care that spoke of gratitude and resolve. A single line rose in the air, as if spoken by a wind that traveled from one heart to another. Hope endures even in dark times. With light restored, the path outside still carried the scent of wet pine and salt. Athena and Theo stood shoulder to shoulder by the lantern, guardians of a truth that darkness cannot erase. The lantern slept not in quiet, but in steadfast watch, awaiting another storm or another night when memory would need a flame. In that shared stillness, a new resolve blossomed, a promise that the valley would survive and that hope would travel from one hand to another, carried on the breath of dawn.